Southeast Radio's Business Matters with Karl Fitzpatrick.
Well, Fionn Rogers from Ingadi recently won the Best Business Opportunity accolade at the annual awards for SETU's New Frontiers programme. The 3D manufacturing and design company, which is based in New Ross, has already secured international customers for its sustainable pot planter products. Fionn joins us now to outline his plans for further growth. But Fionn, this business is a world away from your first venture, so what triggered the switch from personal training to 3D design and manufacturing?
Good question, Karl. So I kind of owe the personal training industry not, and I've been training people in a one-to-one capacity since I was 18. And on the side, I was running an Amazon FBA business where I was sourcing products from China and selling them on the UK market. And then Brexit came in and very much took the profit margins out of it, unfortunately. So during lockdown, I scaled up my fitness business really well with home training programs and an online coaching platform, which I had great success. But it really gave me a good insight. And as a lot of people did during lockdown, they reflected on what they really wanted out of life. And the co-founder of the company, Tyrone Bell, he was leaving the army at the time, and he was an engineer. And I wanted to get back into selling products online via Amazon FBA because it's very much a scalable business. So we got together. We came across the 3D printing technology. Then looked at a few videos of it. He's an army engineer. I'm good at sourcing products and doing market research and sales and everything else. So we ended up buying our first printer just at the end of lockdown. And then I started jumping into my product research and the different tactics and tools I have online to see what products are selling around the world in different categories. And we found that plant pots were actually on the increase in sales coming out of lockdown because looking after a plant became a form of self-care. So that's the Ingadi range. They're sustainable, small, succulent plant pots for indoor uses.
And what are the characteristics of the Ingadi range?
The characteristics would be sustainable because they're made from polylactic acid, which is a renewable material, has biodegradable properties. And when I say that, it's biodegradable in a sense where if it's brought to a commercial facility, they'll turn it into compost within 120 days. Or if it's lost into landfill, it will break down and become compost over hundreds of years.
And who have you identified as your target market?
So our target market would very, very much be eco-conscious, sustainable consumers, which we find are on the increase with the news of CO2 and sort of climate change. So they're very much sustainable, eco-conscious consumers that really want to know where the products come from, what sort of material they're made from, how they're made, and who's affected along that chain of the manufacturing process.
Where are these customers based in their greatest numbers?
So we're lucky enough where we entered the US market in the early days. So we're actually stocked in over 119 garden centres / gift shops in North America. We have 12 stockists in Canada. We actually have 4 in Australia, which is pretty good as well because they're so far away. And we have 64 in Europe, 24 in the UK, and we have close to 30 now in Ireland. So we're lucky enough that we went international from the early days. How we acquired those customers would have been obviously searching on Google for garden centres and gift shops that aligned with our principles and motto as a company, trade events of the likes of Showcase in Dublin. So that's how we acquire those customers.
And have you gone direct to those retailers?
We deal directly with some of them, and then there's distributors like Fair.com, Creato.com. There's a couple of wholesale websites that we sell through as well, where we acquire those international customers.
And based on your experience with Amazon, how are you getting on with selling these products direct through online channels?
Well, a lot of people actually prefer that, especially, like I said, our target market are eco-conscious or sustainable consumers, and so are so are the owners of these businesses and companies or the purchase managers. So again, they actually prefer that we're not selling these products on Amazon, which we're not, and we sell direct, and like I said, through Fair.com. So it's very much another attractable thing for resellers.
What have been the most popular platforms for you to sell this product through?
Very much Fair.com is where we've gained a lot of popularity, and that's for our resellers and our stockists around the world. But we've had great success on Etsy and our own Shopify store as well, where we have 4 4-star ratings, and we get a lot of sales from America via Etsy. So it's great to be selling direct to customer as well as wholesale in batch.
And is there also an opportunity for affiliate marketing for this product?
New Frontiers Phase 2 has been great because that's starting to school us on different systems and different strategies to utilise going forward. So that's something we're definitely going to look into in the next 3 months.
So what other strategies have you up your sleeve in that regard?
We have different strategies. So we have internationalisation strategies. You know yourself, there's 7 pillars around around any business. We've sales, marketing, operations, finance, legal, technical and resources. So our marketing strategy is something that we'll work closely with a local business in Wexford, and they'll help us build out the strategy then to even scale internationally better.
Fionn, what's the source of polylactic acid?
It comes from cornstarch or sugarcane. So the starch is actually extracted from the corn. Lactic acids are added to and it's left ferment. That turns into different PLA. That turns into little granules then, and different colour dyes are added to it then, which is called a master batch. And then we get the material here on a reel sent in from either Europe or Asia, and we print it from there then. So it's a very unique material. It's been out for about 10 or 15 years. We didn't invent it or anything like that. We just put two really good, we put our own spin on the industry essentially, where we're utilising the 3D printing technology and the polylactic acid together. So it's a very, very good material to be using. Some people are actually nicknaming it plant plastic, so that's great.
And do you have plans to make this material here in Ireland in the future?
Yeah, we absolutely do. I'm in the office here in New Ross in Wexford, just looking out at the Dunbrody, across from where the old trade routes used to go to Savannah. And we actually have a machine here in the office that we've built, and we're making the polylactic acid here ourselves. And a future project then as well is to start utilising old ocean plastic as regards to lakes of fishing nets. And we're going to start making a blend and have an even more sustainable material. And then another spin-off on that as well is we have injection mold machines coming from Germany, and we'll start making the happy pots and different products out of 100% recycled fishing nets, which is a great endeavour.
And have you any ideas for products outside of the pots?
Yeah, absolutely. As we scale our business and grow, we have plans on getting bigger printers, and we'll start branching out into outdoor garden furniture then that aligns with the Ingadi brand.
I'm speaking to Fionn Rogers from Ingadi. Fionn, is there much competition in this market right now?
Absolutely, there is a bit of competition, but the thing is, when you have a 3D printer, you can kind of print anything, but the people that are really getting rewarded in the industry are the likes of us, because we're making a brand, we're building a brand, and we're staying certain to that brand as well. So I think that's where the real payoff is, instead of trying to print everything and anything and be a busy fool essentially.
Talk to us about your experience of the New Frontiers programme and how it helped you to deliver on your service offering today.
It was absolutely invaluable. Dr. Eugene Crennan down there and Nicola Thompson down in the ARC Labs and SETU in Waterford are absolutely stoic individuals. The New Frontiers Phase 2 was invaluable as regards really dialing in and pimping out your business plan essentially. Financial plans, the internationalisation strategies across the 7 pillars like I touched on earlier. You also get funding too, which helps a lot as regards reinvesting and scaling up your business. There's loads of networking events. There's co-working spaces down there. And it's been really, really, really invaluable. Like they have the likes of Alan Carey from Bridgewater coming in there to do workshops. We're in close contact constantly with Aidan Shine from Propeller, previously known as Southeast BIC. You have Ruth Larkin coming in doing workshops. And we're also lucky enough to have Rory O'Connor from Scurry to come in for a full day workshop as well. So just to be around those people, getting their insights on their journey, scaling up businesses, international, was invaluable. And then the class itself I found really valuable in a sense where you could just soundboard off the other people in the class because you're going through the same thing. So it was really important to share your wins and your struggles.
And how has the programme actually developed your own mindset?
Yeah, it's absolutely 10x my mindset and really sharpened my mindset as an entrepreneur. I'm starting to live with a lot more certainty from everything we've learned off the Phase 2. New Frontiers Phase course, and I was lucky enough then to be one of 2 of the participants to get onto Phase 3, which again, you get further training, more mentorship, and even more skills added to the arsenal from it.
How has the programme impacted your approach to the overall business now?
Our business plan is a lot better. Investor ready. Our financials are a lot better. Our strategy for internationalization is 10x. So the vision is a lot more crystal clear, and it's important as well because it opened up our mindset to different opportunities. It trained us to look at different opportunities in a different light, and most importantly, the research that we've learned and been taught on New Frontiers Phase 2 has been a game changer because you really know how to have an idea in your head, go research and see if it's a viable idea, which is the most important thing.
And have you any advice for anyone that is considering completing the New Frontiers programme?
Oh, absolutely. First and foremost, I'd get in contact with Enterprise Ireland or get in contact with Dr. Eugene Crennan down in Waterford. get him on the phone and start soundboarding with him straight away, because we had our company running for about 6 months to a year, and 2 past participants, Michael Malone and Ken Byrne, I was kind of getting advice off them as I was growing the startup, and they really pushed me towards getting onto New Frontiers Phase 2. So I just take action on it instead of getting paralysis by over-analysis. And
what's your plan in relation to raising finance and investment for the business?
As of now, we're going to work with Leo. So Carmel from Leo Wexford has been a great help as regards helping us with different grants and training and mentorship and stuff like that. So yeah, that's our plan there.
What are your goals and aspirations for the business over the next 3 years, Fionn?
To keep scaling as we're doing now, to acquire more US customers, go on a trade mission with TradeBridge.ie over there. And some of our plans are actually to replicate the 3D farm that we have here in Wexford, to replicate it over in America. Because we have so much customers over there, we feel that if we had the products on the ground over there, we'd increase our customer base over there massively, because the shipping times would be a lot less than what they are now.
Well, if you've just tuned in, that was Fionn Rogers, and I'd like to wish the team in Ingadi every success as it continues to grow.
Southeast Radio's Business Matters with Karl Fitzpatrick.